PCOS women who took curcumin for 3 months showed improvements in inflammation and insulin sensitivity. In a 3-month study, they showed that they significantly decreased weight, blood sugar levels, and serum lipids. Therefore, we found out that essentially curcumin reduces insulin levels, and they also found out that it reduces androgen levels. So as a result, we really want to include curcumin in our supplement bundle to help with PCOS symptoms like weight gain, fatigue, swelling, and cravings.
Doctor said you got PCOS. Now go on, girl, just lose some weight. Till I took the symptoms into my own hands and reversed them naturally. So I became a dietitian to help my sisters feel the best they've ever felt. Take a step in my direction if you wanna prove them wrong and take control of yourself. Join a sister and a
Taling, you're under oath. Have you taken your supplements today?
No.
By the power of Congress behind me, I condemn you to take your supplements now.
You have to remind me. That's part of our routine. You remind me of my supplements.
How dare you? I take my supplements before the gym, after eating breakfast. That's how you should do it. After you eat breakfast, take the supplements that you need. You know, that's my routine for myself. So I don't know what to tell you.
Honestly, because we're traveling, it's just I'm so out of routine. Like I'm never in any routine. It's so annoying. But definitely when we get home, it's going to be like on the counter, always being taken every morning at 9 a.m.
Okay, that's good. By the way, the supplements that we're referring to for Taling are the same supplements that are going to be in the bundle. She's been taking them basically ever since we got the formulations complete, ever since we finally got the supplements in our hand. Taling's been taking it for the last like 3 months almost. Like, how are you feeling with it?
I love it. I feel confident when I'm taking them, like it's filling the nutrient gaps that might be in my diet from inflammation or not being able to eat the things that I'm typically eating. Or, I mean, for example, the omega-3, like who's going to eat fish every day? Might as well take a fish oil supplement. So I found that it's been really helpful for my routine, my PCOS, and just feeling confident about getting all of my nutrients.
Speaking of the 4 supplements, the bundle, you probably already know what the 4 supplements consist of if you're following us on Instagram at PCOS.weightloss. But basically, they consist of omega-3 fish oil, curcumin, as we'll talk about on today's episode, CoQ10, which is also known as coenzyme Q10, and the last one, which you'll probably hear about next week, is a specially derived multivitamin that we've designed for PCOS women.
Yes, I am super excited to talk about this today. We're going to deep dive into curcumin and all of its benefits for PCOS women and how we've designed our supplement for better absorption. So I'm super excited.
Talk about the launch date.
Ooh, we're launching September 19th. September 19th at 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So mark your calendars, set your clocks, because the first 100 people to order the supplement bundle get a free 3-month supply of Ovasitol. And I feel like this is like my proudest moment. I feel like because
6 months in the making.
It is such a great combination. I mean, to be able to take Ovasitol with the 4 essential supplements, it's like a 1-2 punch to your PCOS. So set your alarm, set your clock, September 19th, 5 a.m. PST, Pacific Standard Time.
And Tyan, you actually forgot one of the bonuses. So when we launch on September 19th, it's actually pre-launch. So we have a 2-week pre-launch period. And during this time, the first 100 people to order will get a 3-month supply of Ovasitol. And everybody that orders during this 2-week pre-launch period will get 1 month free in the Sisterhood, including Sisterhood members. So we're really excited to just work with Theralogics on this one, who makes Ovasitol, and really make this PCOS Awareness Month a great experience for everybody, so they can receive all the benefits that is available in the PCOS world. So we're just really excited to make this happen in September, which is by chance. We started working on the supplement line since February, and I guess all the stars aligned to really make this supplement launch actually happen in PCOS Awareness Month. So it is great. On that note, let's start this episode and talk about curcumin. Talia and I have a question for you. What in the hell is curcumin?
Curcumin is a bioactive compound that comes from turmeric, but there's a difference between consuming turmeric and consuming curcumin. Turmeric has something called curcuminoids, and these are bioactive compounds. And curcumin is one of them. And it is 75% of the curcuminoids found in turmeric. So it's kind of the star of the show when it comes to the anti-inflammatory properties of turmeric. Curcumin content of turmeric isn't that high though. So just like putting turmeric in your meal, sprinkling it on chicken and things like that, it's not going to be strong enough for you to absorb the benefits of curcumin like it would be if you took a supplement. So taking a high quality supplement of curcumin is ideal. But curcumin by itself is not really absorbed very well. So in order to get the full benefits of curcumin and all of its anti-inflammatory properties, it has to be really bioavailable and it has to be a little improved upon. So a lot of companies actually add piperine to their curcumin supplements. And this is an alkaloid present in black pepper. So you often see on the shelves like turmeric plus black pepper or curcumin plus black pepper. And that's to help with the absorption. And we're going to get into that in this episode. We're going to get into like the pros and cons of that and how we actually made our curcumin supplement 100% absorbable without using the piperine. And it is absolutely incredible. I can't wait to get into this episode. So let's talk about the benefits of curcumin, babe.
So when we talk about the benefits of curcumin for PCOS specifically, we looked at some studies and we found a study where PCOS women who took curcumin for 3 months showed improvements in inflammation and insulin sensitivity. In fact, in a 3-month study, they showed that they significantly decreased weight, blood sugar levels, and serum lipids. So therefore, we found out that essentially curcumin reduces insulin levels, and they also found out that it reduces androgen levels. Androgens are hormones like testosterone. So as a result, we really want to include curcumin in our supplement bundle to help with PCOS symptoms like weight gain, fatigue, swelling, and cravings. Not just that, they also found that it fights depression by boosting brain-derived neurotropic factors, BNDF, I guess that's an acronym, which are typically low with depression. So they found that curcumin may boost serotonin and dopamine, which can help improve mood. So we know a lot of PCOS women can suffer from mood swings from different factors, and they found that basically curcumin can help with boosting mood. But there's more.
There's more. It helps stimulate bile production in your gallbladder. And that's used by the liver to eliminate toxins because your liver is filtering your blood. So that's essentially helping with, if you struggle with fatty liver, if you struggle with insulin resistance, it's promoting the bile production and then helping with your liver's detoxification of your blood. That's really important for PCOS. A lot of us struggle with fatty liver, and the liver is supposed to, detox our excess estrogens and androgens and things like that. And unfortunately, we are struggling with it. So having like a daily curcumin supplement can help boost the benefits towards your liver.
All right. And lastly, it's an antioxidant that essentially neutralizes free radicals, which are the really highly reactive molecules that are thought to be behind chronic conditions and aging. So for reducing inflammation, again, it can be a really key factor. And it also boosts the body's own antioxidant enzymes. So it's like a 1-2 punch. But essentially, the really big note to take from this is the studies that were done on PCOS women. Because, of course, like when we're designing these supplements, we really want to especially make sure that they're helpful for PCOS women. So from the studies that were done on PCOS women, they reduced insulin levels, reduced androgens, they improved inflammation, improved insulin sensitivity, decreased weight, helped with blood sugar and serum lipids. So the really key points are that, and we're just really happy to be able to include it as part of our supplement bundle as Metabolism Plus, as you already know. But it's not just about the studies. It's also about when you look at how to make the proper curcumin supplement. It's not just about finding a random curcumin off the shelf and, taking it, because there are so many different curcumin supplements out there. They are all made differently.
Yes, they are all made differently. So that's why making this curcumin supplement really took a lot of time for us to look into how to make it very absorbable, That's why our supplement line took so long to develop. I will blame the curcumin supplement, wouldn't you?
Yes, that was the longest taking, for sure. The longest taking supplement was curcumin. It held everything back 3 months.
That was a long time. So our formula is very bioavailable. Okay. It is 100% absorbable. It's 300 milligrams and you're absorbing 100% of it. So when you're looking at other turmeric supplements, you'll find that they're in higher doses, perhaps like 1500 milligrams. And usually you can only absorb like 12% of that. That's why they provide really high doses.
Well, actually, to kind of clarify that part, so when we looked for suppliers who are making curcumin, they are using clinical studies to compare their curcumin to other brands. So the supplier that we found, it uses 300 milligrams at 100% absorption, and they did more than 20 clinical studies to prove this. And they compared this to other turmeric sources or curcumin sources, and they found that the brands that are using 1500 milligrams, for example, are only getting 12%. So if you do the math, let's just say 10%, just to make the math easy. So 10% of 1500 milligram is 150, whereas ours is 300 milligram and there is 100% absorption. Therefore, you're getting 300 milligram, even though you're taking 1/5 of the dosage of a 1500 milligram curcumin. So again, many brands will use a really high dose of curcumin to fight that low bioavailability. But the reason why this is important is we don't know enough about the safety of such a very high dose of curcumin for the body. That's why we went with the 300 milligram, and it's 24 times more bioavailable than a 1500 milligram of a standard turmeric extract. This is basically a patented formula. We actually found a supplier from France. And again, this is why it took so long, but we found this company from France, and they made the first bioequivalent turmeric at a low dose and the most bioavailable turmeric at a low dose as well. They have a patented formula with toxicology and clinical safety studies to make sure that this is as effective and safe as much as possible for people to consume. So the crazy thing is it turned out to be the most cost-effective turmeric solution as well, because when you take a very high dosage, that costs more, whereas when you have a lower dosage like 300 milligram, it makes it more cost effective, therefore more affordable for people to take. And yeah, that's the reason why, again, we went with this curcumin. Now, when we were looking for, actually, I'll give it to Tanya on this one since I've been talking for a minute. Here is a mic.
When we were looking for the right curcumin formula, we were looking into black pepper, and we were trying to decide if we should include it or not. So we came across a study that was published in 2012 by a group of researchers from Boston University. And it clearly showed that the amount of free curcumin, the active form of curcumin, is not detected in the blood with a daily intake of 3 grams of curcumin with or without piperine. So that means adding black pepper to turmeric doesn't increase the absorption of the free or active curcumin in your body. And the authors concluded in their article by stressing that the need to explore new curcumin formulas is really important. Another study showed that piperine present in the black pepper damages intestinal wall and increases intestinal permeability. Formulas based on black pepper or polysorbate 80 are not recommended because of their effect on intestinal permeability. The integrity of the intestinal barrier plays an important role, especially with inflammation. So formulas based on non-natural ingredients are also not recommended. So this is another reason why we were thinking that we found that black pepper wouldn't be a good fit for PCOS women, because we often struggle with chronic inflammation. I'm sure you've heard us talk about leaky gut and intestinal permeability. And following the gluten and dairy-free lifestyle, we really stress improving your gut lining by not eating gluten. And so we wanted to make sure that our supplements support that as well. And after reading about the studies done on black pepper and intestinal permeability, we found that it just wouldn't be the right fit for PCOS women. So ours uses a water dispersible colloidal suspension of curcuminoids with enhanced bioavailability. And so what that means is it is basically a water-based type of formula that allows you to absorb the curcumin without the black pepper. It is also independently tested and certified by NSF International. Of course, all of our supplements are, in order to guarantee purity and safety, and that you're really absorbing and getting what you see and what you read on the label.
Yes, exactly. And with all that said, we're really proud of this curcumin supplement that we formulated. We're really lucky to be able to find such a great supplier as well, the company that we found from France to really help us make this. And we honestly wholeheartedly believe that this is the best curcumin supplement in the world. And we just hope that everybody else feels that way when they take it with the bundle. So stay tuned. September 19th, you can go ahead and be the first people to order the PCOS supplement bundle. We're calling it Metabolism Plus to really help improve your metabolism, lower inflammation, improve insulin sensitivity, all the core factors behind PCOS. And with all that said, let's go into the wins of the week. These are sisters who are managing their symptoms, losing weight, and showing PCOS who the boss is. Our first win is from Sarai. I'll let Tallene go ahead and read it.
Sarai de Leon, she says, just wanted to share a bit of a win. So I've been dealing with massive hair loss for the past years, and it was getting pretty bad and kind of depressing. However, just joining the sisterhood and following Tallene's advice, that is drinking at least 2 cups of spearmint tea, I've started to see some difference, and I feel like my hair isn't falling out as bad as before. I'm so happy because this was something I was struggling with for so long, and I'm finally seeing results. Girl, I am so proud of you. I know a lot of people out there struggle with hair loss and wonder, is my hair ever going to grow back? And you are a true testament to this, because your hair can grow back, and you just got to be consistent, just got to find out what's working for your body and what's reducing that testosterone. And spearmint tea is definitely one of those things. So great job.
Yes, absolutely. Great job, Sarai. We're so happy for you. And our next win is from Ravina, and she's actually giving some tips for weight loss. So I'm going to go ahead and read her tips for you, sisters. Her first one is measure yourself every week and write it down. And she puts hips, waist, upper waist, thigh, arm. And she says that it's more effective than the scales. Yeah, it can be a great option, especially when you're not doing it every day. And when you're taking measurements, of course, the scale a lot of times can lie because, there's different factors when it comes to losing weight. And then she goes on to say, on the first day of measuring, wear a top which is tight on you. Then as your weight loss journey goes on, wear that same top after a month to compare. All right, interesting. Keep a small notebook and write down everything you eat and track it on FitnessPal. Create an alarm on your phone for your workouts. Make sure you have your yoga mat, water bottle ready, and even change into workout class at home if it makes you feel good, and make sure no one bothers you during this time. Good ideas. Have someone you trust to motivate you and check in on you time to time to see how you are doing. Definitely make your meals ahead, either the night before or the morning of. It helps so much with binge eating and cravings. And she goes on to say, water. Definitely a good point on water. And this is what I'm doing, and it's helping me. I have had a few bad days, but so far it's going well and I'm motivated. Most important, don't feel bad if you don't 100% follow. It will take time. Well, these are great tips, and of course, everyone's journey can be unique in their own, but these are good general tips that, sisters, you can try, see if it works for you, and just see how that goes. Tanya, what do you think about Ravina's tips?
I love it. And my favorite one is to have someone you trust to motivate you and check on you from time to time, sort of like a support group. I mean, I know for sure, like when I plan to work out with my sister, especially because she likes to work out early in the mornings, it's so hard for me, but if she's doing it, then I'm doing it. So having a accountability partner or someone to share your experience with when it comes to working out or PCOS weight loss is great. And so that's why you always have us in the sisterhood. We are in there talking to all our sisters, motivating them, and sharing each other's stories and journeys to just know that this is totally normal if you're struggling with it. And I love these tips.
Awesome. Thank you, Ravina. And I guess those are the wins of the week. We appreciate everyone for always sending in their messages. We love to read them. So just keep on sending them in the sisterhood. We always read them and save them, and love to always mention them on the podcast. But with that said, sisters, stay tuned for the supplement pre-launch. Again, it's September 19th. The first 100 people to order will get a 3-month supply of Ovasitol and a free month in the sisterhood. So stay tuned. We will talk to you next week. And until then, take care.
Bye. If you enjoyed listening to this podcast, you have to come check out The Sisterhood. It's my monthly membership site where sisters just like you are learning how to move through the stages of PCOS. From stage 1, cold and alone at the doctor's office, to stage 5, nailing the PCOS lifestyle, gluten and dairy free. Get ready to finally feel in control of your body again.